Do you think
what unfulfilled trauma have you guys not forgiven?
I'm happily married.
You haven't freaked somebody of something, or
what unfulfilled trauma do you think my wife sees in me?
I don't know.
What unfulfilled trauma do you think a happily married man with many children, including female children, can you point to what you think this trauma is? By the way, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Maybe that's because of all of your unfulfilled trauma. You just can't get a husband, huh? They just can't see past the unfulfilled trauma?
I'm not ready for a husband. I know that, and God knows that.
Wait, do you think me and Andrew...
That doesn't strike a chord for me. I'm really not ready.
Hold on. Do you think that me and Andrew are misogynists?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Andrew's a misogynist?
I think he has an animosity towards women, yeah. I think so.
Do you think I'm a misogynist?
A little bit.
How do you define misogyny?
Just somebody who has like a dislike or hatred towards. I don't know the exact dictionary. I wouldn't say hatred, but it's definitely a dislike. And the definition of hatred is a great dislike, and it's actually one of the sins of living in the flesh.
Wait.
What if it's possible that I don't dislike women. I just dislike stupid people. And it doesn't matter if they're men or women, and you just happen to be a stupid person, and that's why I dislike you, and also happen to be a woman at the same time. So you happen to be stupid and happen to be a woman, but I don't hate you because you're a woman. I dislike you because you're stupid. Well, could that be possible?
Well, why don't you ever talk about men? You always talk about how much you hate women every day.
With men, nonstop.
That's all you do every day.
When do you debate with anybody ever about any worldview? You can't even denounce the LGBTQ in your own faith. How could you ever talk to me about anything? I debate it professionally for a living against men and women. You go on a TikTok after you got with a guy who had 1 million TikTok followers so you could piggyback on that to fame. I would not bullshit me here, sweetheart. It ain't gonna work well.
Wait, Andrew, check your text.
We actually loved
check
each
your
other.
text, man.
But it's okay.
I'd be curious to see his wife come on and talk.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, she has.
Yeah, she has. Would you like to debate with her? I'll bring her down right now. She can take the seat.
Yes, let's do it.
If you want to bring her down, I'd like to chat with her.
I'll go get her real quick. I'll be right back.
Rachel. Oh my God.
Let's get Rachel Wilson.
Yeah, okay, because if we're sick.
Oh wait, now I can hear them.
Rachel.
Oh my goodness.
There she is.
Wait,
I can't. I'm not even in frame. What the heck?
Can we raise her seat up? Can we get her a booster seat?
Look at that. I have a marriage.
Can we get Rachel a booster seat? Can we? Oh, there's Andrew with the cigarette.
She needs that PPL pillow.
We need Andrew. We need Rachel.
This way. Oh.
Can we
I
get
literally
Rachel
got dragged out of bed for this. This better be good. I hear my husband is a woman-hating misogynist, and I'm here to show proof of life. He unchained me from the stove just long enough to be here. So
she's out of the dog cage.
How can I help you, ladies?
Who?
So have you watched your husband talk to women on the podcast?
Yeah, I listen to every single podcast he does. I've also been on the podcast, and I debate women all the time myself.
Okay.
In fact, I was listening to you earlier describe how you think that men should pay for dates with women who want to be equal, don't want to give them children, and also want to have their own careers. And that absolutely blew my mind.
You don't think that men should pay on the first date?
Oh, I think they should pay on the first date for women who are going to be wives, not for women like you.
I wouldn't be a wife?
Not if you're going to refuse to give a man children, have to have your own career working outside the home.
It's not refusing to give a man children.
No, you're a roommate. Why would a man pay for you if you're just a roommate? Do you want to be equal or no?
Well, I have a conversation with my partner, and we've discussed having children. I'm not taking away from them having children. We've decided together that having children is probably not the best idea.
If you're equal partners, why should he pay for your stuff?
Because a man at the beginning of the relationship should want to prove that they are invested in the relationship.
So what are you proving? Like, well,
I'm there.
If I was a man, I'd be like, hell to the no, to the no, no.
If it's not equal, what do you?
I'd be like, no, thank you, ma'am. You can pay for your own supersized McValue meal, and I will go find a woman who actually wants to be a wife if I'm going to pay for shit.
You said you're
makes no sense.
You said your equal 50% is just being there. So does that mean he's doing 70% because he's paying and there too? You're both there.
No, but I think
So how is that not-
showing the investment. Women show investment with time, because if you do want to have children, there's limited time. But I think that women, they value different things. Like, they value when a man provides for them, especially on a first date, a first meeting.
And men value.
So you providing your glorious presence is what he's investing in.
If he values my presence, yes. I don't really see
Well,
a
I mean,
huge
simps are
issue.
gonna simp. There's a simp out there, for everyone. So
I don't think
guess
that's the right way to go
it's
about
simping. That's the worst simping ever. I'm gonna let you live at my house for like practically free and split the chores and pay for all your shit. That's simping. That's like the
Or just like a
definition
guy
of
who
simping.
genuinely likes you. Do you pay any bills with your husband?
No, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. I raise the children. I cook all the meals. Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years. I do all of that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drinks. I keep track of his schedule. Basically do anything he needs me to do to help him, because that's my duty in the relationship. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about investment, I'm pretty invested. So he feels like, if I want this traditional wife role and I actually do all those things, then he feels like it's worth it to provide. But if I were to come in here and be like, well, I want my own career and you have to do your own laundry and we're going to split the chores 50-50 and I want to be equal, he'd be like, okay, bitch, then you can be equal and pay for all your shit. Like, why would he pay for my stuff? This makes no sense. You guys have to choose. Do you want to be strong, independent, equal women? Or do you want chivalry and protection and provision? You want the best of both. You want all of the rights and all of the privileges, and you want none of the duties and none of the responsibilities. And that's bullshit. It's like you didn't have a mom to tell you that this isn't how the world works or something. Like, my daughters don't get that nonsense from me. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
So if your daughters...
why are you so entitled? That's what I want to know.
If your daughters went on a first date, you want them to split the bill.
What's that?
If your daughters went on a first date, would you want them to split the bill?
Only if they're going to be feminists, which they're not, because I didn't raise them to be that way.
Okay.
So, that's how my parents' relationship is. It's like my mom does the same stuff that you described, and I think it's perfect. Like, my mom might not be contributing to rent. My dad makes the money, but she's contributing something else. She's doing a job that's just as equal as his job, but she's not getting paid because she's doing the household duties that
Returning the favor.
she's doing the same thing, whether or not it's being paid. Like, my parents are fortunate enough where my parents are fortunate enough where my dad makes enough money where she doesn't have to work and she's able to provide those things. Therefore, it's the same thing as money, in my opinion, like spending time and working around the house.
Yeah,
And she
I mean,
raised
it even
us.
goes beyond division of labor. It's more than
Right.
about division of labor. Like, I have tremendous amount of respect for Andrew. He is the head of the household. He's the person that has the major burden of most of the responsibility. We've had a home invasion. He was the person who had to go deal with that and risk his life. He's worked 60, 70-hour weeks for years so that I could stay home and our kids didn't have to be raised by strangers in daycare. I mean, there's a massive amount of responsibility on this man, and he's extremely competent. He is a really loving, honorable man who has like very firm boundaries and stands by them and takes very good care of his family. So he gets the big piece of chicken, he gets the respect, he gets the love and the admiration. And because I'm loyal and I'm doing all those things, then he provides for me and protects me and the kids. And yeah, I mean, this is how it works. Now, if you don't want that and you want this egalitarian stuff where we're equal partners, he's my partner, then you gotta pay for your own shit. And you gotta do your own work, and you better take care of all your own stuff, and don't expect the man to go answer the bump in the night, because you're strong, you're equal, right? If you're equal, you can go take care of that. You can go deal with the man that breaks in the middle of the night. You can change the tire in the rain. If the basement floods and there's sewage backing up into it, I guess you can go deal with that, right? So you just have to choose. Don't do this bullshit where you're like, we're equal partners, except for when there's anything dirty, dangerous, difficult. That's all his job. I just sit here and grace him with my glorious presence. That's entitlement, that's narcissism, it's terrible behavior, it's ruining society. And then on top of it, you feel no obligation to produce future generations. You want him to just let his lineage die with, die with him. And you feel super entitled to that too. It's like,
I don't understand why you can't get the concept that I've talked to my partner. I'm not taking away his ability to have children. We've both agreed we don't want to have children. If he doesn't want to have children, I'm not taking that away from him.
To be fair, I did say he's a pathetic simp. So, I mean, that's right in line with being a pathetic simp.
I think he would just respect women's choices.
Until I die. It's just, you guys are selfish materialists is what I'm getting. Life is about me and my comfort and what I want and my, I live for me every day. I wake up with no thought of the future or any duties or responsibilities I have to anyone other than myself, and that's great. So it's like, if you want to live that way, I guess, but I'm just looking at you and I'm listening to you and I'm wondering where this entitlement and this sense of confidence is coming from.
I'm entitled because I don't want to have children and I like when men pay on first dates. That's entitlement.
Well, what are you useful for?
I would say that women have intrinsic value.
What are you specifically?
Well, I'm a woman, so I have intrinsic value. Sad that you don't see that.
Why? How?
Because I'm a person and everyone has value. It depends on who's looking at you.
Do men have intrinsic value?
Yeah, they do, but I said that it's different. It's a different type of value.
But feminism is about equality. So if it's different, then how is that equal?
No, they can be equal in the sense of they can both work. You can be a stay-at-home mom and not pursue a career. That's fine, but women should have the opportunity and the choice.
So do you think women should work too?
Women should be allowed to work.
No, I mean like in your relationship, if you're not raising kids, should you both in your marriage, let's say you get married, have a job, both of you?
Yeah, but I think that a woman's job could be a little less harsh, I guess. Like women shouldn't have to go work some 9 to 5 and do this climbing of a corporate ladder. But like for myself, I've found a job that allows me to stay home and is not super strenuous. And I think that a lot of women should be able to have the option to either stay at home or work.
What would you do?
Lol Paladins donated $69. W to Rachel. L to fat prostitute feminists who have no value and TikTok he whores who hate men and provide no value to society. The problem is they had mothers, but their mothers are bad people.
My mother's amazing, and I love her very much.
It's wild to me because you asked, do I hear how my husband talks to women?
Giovanni
I actually think he's way
JD
too
donated
nice.
$69. Don't forget,
There's two more
first
coming
Cher
in.
did it as well,
Thank you, Jim.
including BG, and said she couldn't remember if she ever did B/B/G. Pretty sure anyone that's got gangbanged and posted it would remember.
I have not gotten gangbanged, and BBG is not the same thing as a gangbang, but
Threesome.
okay.
Have you done a threesome?
Not two guys.
GMD Jim donated $69. You called him your partner. Partners split expenses.
Two more
He
after
is
this.
not your husband. He could just hire a cleaner and a prostitute
Thank you, Jim.
with a nice body. You are just an ungrateful leech.
I don't think he would agree with that, but okay.
There's another one coming in. Random Bear. Thank
Random
you.
underscore bear donated $69.
And one
Rachel
more.
be like, I got out of bed for this and look this good. I will bring the heat.
We must.
I look terrible. Terrible, but thank you. It's fine. It's fine.
Wait, you're shaking your head. A star. That's not very judgment. Also,
Love your
Rachel looks very dapper. Rachel looks very dapper.
Jeff
I
Bader
literally just
donated
put on face
$200.
cream and was
Rachel is
tucking myself
Titus
into bed, and
2:45.
Andrew comes upstairs. So
Rachel is Titus 2:45. What's that?
that's the Titus 2 wife. It's like a description of like what an honorable woman is and how she acts and operates in the world. So thank you. That's a lovely compliment. I certainly have my flaws. It's not like I'm over here being a perfect wife or anything, but the point is I try and I care about,
Brian's
trying
lint
to do
roller
something
donated
useful.
$69. Rachel is out of the kitchen, but she's still fugging, cooking.
Okay. Now, since Rachel also came down, she wanted to address, I guess, your criticisms. You said, Andrew, he has animosity towards women and that he hates women.
Yes, and so does she. And
Captain donated $69.
Found someone just
I definitely
mean-spirited.
take a bullet for the girl in the white crop top. This girl is based and hot. The world needs more of that. She'd be a great woman for any man.
Or girl.
I want to address the gal with the pink
pause the
hair real quick
TTS.
because I did hear her say that. It is not hatred to criticize women. It is in no way hateful to notice when women are acting like entitled narcissists and to call them out on that. Like I said, all the women at this table could tell me all night long about what they think they deserve and what their rights are and what they should have and what they ought be able to do. But none of you can tell me what duties, responsibilities, or obligations you have outside of yourself to society, to the people around you. You would say things like, I'm smart and I'm funny and I'm just a really great person and I'm a good friend and, all these worthless platitudes. But there's no sacrifice. You don't ever feel you need to sacrifice anything for anyone outside yourself. You're not willing to have sleepless nights so that you can raise babies and produce human beings that are going to go out into the world and have a legacy and have an effect, right? You're not really willing to do much of anything unless it benefits you. And then if someone questions, if Andrew comes on here and says, let me poke around and see why you think these things. Let me see if there's any logic behind your beliefs. Let me see if you even understand why you believe the things you believe. You think that's hateful. You think that's misogynistic. You think he's mean. No, it's just that you're used to being treated like a child princess and being carried around on a cushy little pillow in life with absolutely no opposition, with nobody ever going, hey, wait, what are you doing? What are you providing in life? What are you doing for anyone else outside yourself? You haven't ever been challenged on anything because you're a pretty girl, right? I'm young and I'm cute. Why are you questioning me? Why are you so hateful? Where's all the trauma? No, I'm just a 44-year-old woman who's actually lived, raised 5 children, worked really hard in my life for everything I have. I take care of, other family members. I help at my church. I do things that aren't just for me. So when I see girls that behave this way and have this mentality, you're damn right I'm gonna come on here and say some shit, especially if I get dragged out of bed to defend, this little girl that's saying my husband must be traumatized and hates women. It's just garbage. You're full of shit. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So these are
I
the
hope
people
that
of
helps.
the Orthodox Church? You guys seem lovely. I would love to go to the Orthodox Church.
I think you're upset
so
because
sweet and loving.
coming from someone
Lovely.
who I know personally, I'm not a 10. I am very self-aware in that regard. I think that there might be animosity coming from you because you're maybe not as good looking.
Oh, I'm definitely not. I've been on the show, I've rated myself, but I grew up in an era where we didn't all think we were models. When you were growing up in the 80s and 90s, everyone didn't think they were a 10. All of us girls who were not going to have modeling careers or be the hot cheerleader, we all knew that and we were fine with it. And we didn't think we deserved 6 foot, 6-pack, 6-figure man. We were just happy to meet a nice boy who liked us back. This was before
But you're
Instagram
calling
and all
those
this
boys
crazy narcissistic
simps.
insanity. Huh?
You're calling those boys simps.
No, I'm calling your boy a simp. He's a simp.